Hello guys, welcome to the third video of the Cracking Toefl series. I am Atharva, and in the previous video we talked about the reading section, and in this video we will be talking about the listening section of Toefl. I will be sharing my top tips and strategies that I personally use during my preparation to help you crush this specific section. So let's get to the video. To start with, familiarize yourself with the format of the listening section. You have got 3 academic lectures with 6 questions each and 2 academic conversations with 5 questions each. That adds up to a grand total of 28 questions. Further, these conversations and lectures are divided into 2 sets. The first set consists of a lecture followed by a conversation comprising of total 11 questions, and you have to complete them in around 6.5 minutes. The timer, don't worry, the timer only runs when you are on a question or solving a question. The timer is paused when you are listening to a recording or a lecture or conversation, whatever that you are listening to. The next set consists of 2 lectures and 1 conversation in between them, with a total of 17 questions, and you have to solve them in 10 minutes. If you can see, you have 16.5 minutes to solve all the questions excluding the recording. Now coming to the tips, the most important skill that you have to learn is to take notes while listening to the recording, lecture or conversation. Also make sure you are focused on listening and the unconscious part of the brain is writing down the notes. Note only the important parts of the lecture or convo. I cannot stress any much on this because sometimes only a word is required to recover the whole part of the lecture from our short-term memory. Coming to how to take notes for both lectures and conversations. For lecture, the lecture is gonna be 4 to 5 minutes of audio from a classroom where it is possible that you can hear students asking questions to the professor. So you will have to be paying attention to what the student is asking or what the student is answering. Also, it is not possible to note down the whole lecture. So focus more on writing down the important points or the highlights of the lecture. Here is example how I took notes. Also, these notes are for your understanding, so they are not meant to be cleaner notes. Just make sure you understand what you have written down. For conversation, 98% of time the conversation is gonna be in a male and a female. So make 2 columns, one for male and one for the female, like this. 2 important points to remember is, and you will definitely find a question on this, my guarantee. First, what the conversation is about. Find out what both the person are talking about. Second, understand the behavior of both the person, whether it is supportive or dismissive or any kind of other behavior, because you will find a question on them asking what was the attitude of the person or the professor in the conversation. Okay, type of questions. All the questions are pretty straightforward. You don't have to think much before solving them. Coming to the first type of question, detailed questions. In this type of questions, you will be asked specific details about the topic of the recording. Then you have is function questions. In this type of questions, you will be asked to state the function of the individual or the person in the conversation. Then there are attitude questions. This question will test your ability to understand the intention and the attitude of the speaker. Then we have is organization questions. You will be asked the main theme or the purpose of the lecture in this type of question. Then we have is connecting content questions, if I didn't get it, if I am not wrong. In this type of question, you will be asked to fill a chart or a table or differentiate between the parts of the lecture. Then in the last we have is inference type of question. These are everywhere. These were in the reading section. Now these are also in the listening section. This question tests your ability to understand the meaning of a specific sentence or a phrase. Okay, so like the last video, here is a scoring rubric for the listening section too. Take a screenshot or you will find it in the description below. So let's sum up all the tips in one. First, focus on important points only. You do not need to understand everything to get a high score. Understanding the most important points will largely help you in answering the questions accurately. Second, manage your time effectively. The recording will only be played once, so you need to balance your time you spend on listening, taking notes, and answering the questions. Try to condense your notes into keywords or shorthand according to your comfort. Also, one very important point to remember, you cannot traverse along the questions. So, you have to try to improve your accuracy. You can improve your accuracy by taking as many TOEFL listening practice tests as possible. It is a great way to improve your score. Solve last year's TOEFL exam question papers. They are available over the internet. I will also try to put some of them in the description below. And here's the YouTube channel name where you can find 20 full listening section tests. Solve all 20 of them. It will be enough practice for you. Also, I've put a link in the description for a free TOEFL test. Make use of it, and if you found this video helpful, please hit the like button, and basically to motivate me into making such videos. Also subscribe to the channel for more study abroad tips. Bye, keep exploring.